In this video, I'll be showing you every single type of Google ad. I'll be showing you examples of what they look like, and I'll be helping you decide which is the best one to use to get more clients for your business. So if you're an entrepreneur looking for more leads, if you're an affiliate marketer and you're looking to sell more products, or if you're an e-commerce store owner and you'd like to get more sales on your Shopify store, then this is the perfect video for you. Now, if you're brand new here, hi, my name is Devin Thomas, and what I do is I help entrepreneurs figure out their ads without having to hire overpriced agencies. And what I've done is I've taken all of my ad settings that I use in my business to generate leads for my business, and I've put them in a simple Google Ad setup cheat sheet. You can find that at the link below, and I'll tell you more about that towards the end of the video. All right, so I think it would be very unfair of me to tell you that the best type of ad to use for your business would be a PMax or a demand gen when you don't even know what those are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the Google Ads dashboard. I'm going to show you each. However, you might be the entrepreneur who's been doing this for a while. And if you do, and you just want to know what type of ads to use for your business, you already understand all of the stuff. What I want you to do is just check out the link in the timestamp below, and you can just get straight to the good stuff. But for the rest of you, let's go through these ad types so I can show you exactly which one is best to get clients. All right, so I'm in my Google Ads dashboard right now. And if yours doesn't look like mine, all you need to do is go to Appearance and go to Use New Design. All right, so I'm going to click on Create Campaign or New Campaign. And as you can see, it just supplies me with the normal stuff over here. Now I'm going to click on Leads, but you can change your campaign goal to be whatever it is that you want. Now I'm going to skip over this section. The most important thing that we need to talk about are these ad types right here. All right, so the first one is a search ad. And the search ads, you can think about them like the traditional AdWord campaigns that come to mind when you think about Google Ads. So if I click over here and I say maybe, I don't know, electrician near me, notice how all of these ads, or all of these search results rather, pop up, but notice how some of the search results over here say sponsored on top of them. Now, these are your traditional search ad campaigns, and they are so good for generating leads because you know when somebody types something in to Google, they're actually looking for that product or that service right now. And that gives you a very high chance of actually getting a client from these leads. Now you can tell that they are search ads because they have this little word sponsored on top of them in bold. And you can see if I move down the page, some of them don't. These are just normal organic search results, but these are Google ads at the top of the page. And obviously you want to be on top of the page because that's where somebody is going to click on. That is where somebody is most likely to take action, is the top of the Google search results page. Now, I want to talk about a little problem that some people have, whereby they go and they actually use these kinds of ads for their e-commerce products. Now, you don't want to be using search ads for e-commerce products. You want to be using shopping ads. So you want to be using these types of ads, the shopping ads over here. And let me show you what the difference is between a search ad and a shopping ad. Now, when I go to shopping ads, I'm going to type in running shoes for marathon. And you'll notice that now the search results look kind of different. Notice how they are spread across the top of the screen over here. Notice how I also get pictures of these running shoes over here. I get the price and I get the reviews as well. These are shopping ads, and this is what you want to be using if you have an e-commerce store. It's very important that you understand this distinction. The reason why you want to be using these ads is because these ads are far cheaper than your traditional search ads. Basically, you will be paying 20%, 40% of your click costs if you use a shopping ad versus a search ad. So do not make that confusion because it's going to cost you time. It's also going to cost you money because if you have a search ad with just wording and it says running shoes, anybody might click on that and go, oh, I don't like these colors, and then click off. The only problem is you're still going to have to pay for those clicks. So you want them to see the product, the price, and maybe even a little bit about the product before they click on your ad, which costs you money. So it kind of makes sense in the long run because you'll be saving money by using shopping ads. Now, let's go on to the next one. I'm going to skip Performance Max and Demand Gen for now, and you'll understand why towards the end of the video. Now, I am going to go to display. Now, a display ad is your traditional banner ad, and you'll see these all over the internet. So, for example, if I go to Forbes over here, you'll notice that this ad pops up over here, this Adobe ad. That is a banner ad, and that is also a Google ad. You'll also notice when I scroll more or less halfway to the screen over here, let's see, there we go. Here's another Adobe ad. That's basically a banner ad. And you can find these across 200 million different websites that you can search on Google. So you can find them on blogs, you can find them on news websites, you can find them on just general information websites as well. So for example, if I go to, I'm going to go to realtor.com. This is also one of my favorite places to show ads. You'll notice that when I'm on realtor.com, if you look on the right-hand side over here, you'll see there's a little ad over here. And I just want to refresh this page. And you'll see that now we're going to get a Google ad that generated over there. And you'll see different websites in different niches kind of have these little Google ads that are popping up all over the place. Now, you might be saying to me, Devin, I get that banner ads are there, but they're kind of annoying. So what would I ever use a banner ad for? Banner ads are perfect if you have something visual that you want to sell. So for example, if you're an agency, travel agency maybe, and you sell beautiful trips to Mauritius, you can show the sun, the beach, the sand, and you can show that on a beautiful banner ad, and somebody might be reading a blog and going, wow, I'd love to visit Mauritius, and that's how you'd get the click, and that's how you would get the client. So if you're selling something that's very visually appealing, banner ads are perfect for you. Now, moving on to the next one, video ads. Now, when it comes to your video ads, we're watching YouTube every day, right? And when you watch YouTube every day, you get these little skippable ads, right? So before the video starts or halfway through the video, you get those little YouTube videos. That's exactly what a video ad is. So you might think that Google is Google and YouTube is separate, but Google actually owns YouTube. So they kind of own this vehicle, and this allows them to show you ads while you're watching anything. Now, YouTube ads are absolutely perfect if you're an affiliate marketer and you're looking to get more clients and signups for your products. They also work really well if you have very expensive clicks on search ads. You can use them for lead generation as well if you're on a tiny budget. So YouTube ads, don't sleep on them. They are super good, and they are very good to get your next lead, your next sign up, your next client, your next affiliate sale. YouTube ads are like the Swiss Army knife of Google ads. All right, so now we're going to cover the two that I skipped over. We're going to cover your Performance Max, and we're going to cover your Demand Gen. Now, let's talk a little bit about Performance Max. Performance Max is like a search ad, a display ad, a video ad, and a shopping ad, shopping ad, all mixed into one. So when you use Performance Max, it's kind of like this giant soup, the stew of all these different ad types all mixed together. Now, Performance Max ads are perfect for retargeting. And if you don't know what retargeting is, it's basically if somebody comes to your website, they decide that they are not going to buy right now, but they still are in the market, you can basically show them ads over and over and over again until they buy. They're also really good for e-commerce stores, but with Performance Max, you always have to be careful because most of the clicks are kind of garbage. So your conversion rates would probably be less than 1% or less than 2% on a Performance Max unless you're using it for remarketing or retargeting people. So be very careful with a Performance Max ad. And last but not least, we're going to get over into Demand Gen. Now, Demand Gen is a very weird type of ad. It can show up in your Gmail feed. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll show you an example of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log into my Gmail. And you know, when you go to that promotions tab, you'll notice that the top two inbox messages are actually just ads, right? So I've got one here from GoDaddy and I've got one here from takealot.com, and you can see next to them it says sponsored, and when I click on that ad and open it, you'll see, oh, this is actually an ad. So Google owns Gmail as well, and this is why they get to show you ads in your Gmail inbox. Now, not only are you going to see them in your Gmail inbox, but you might also notice them in your news feed. Now, these used to be the old discovery ads. The reason why they call them discovery ads is because they look like pieces of content. Now, like if you look through your news feed on your cell phone, you might not even know that you're looking at an ad. And what these types of ads are great for, once again, it's just reaching people that you wouldn't normally reach. Some people spend all the time in the email, on the newsfeed, but never on YouTube or on the Google search page. And that's what demand gen is for. It's to get those hard to reach clients that you wouldn't normally have looking at your ad portfolio. All right, so which one should you be using in your business? Now, I know I went through it quickly, but what I want to do is I want to give you a detailed breakdown so you understand exactly which ad is going to be beneficial to you. And what I want you to do is pause the video and take a screenshot of this detailed checklist over here so that you know which one to use for yourself. So this is one of my checklists and worksheets that I share with all of my Google Ads course students. And basically, it's going to help you quickly understand which ad you should be using. So if you're looking for leads for your service-based business, in other words, if you're an electrician, a dentist, a lawyer, a doctor, then you most likely want to use a search ad. Why? Because you want to pop up at the top of the search results whenever somebody's searching, and these are also some of the highest converting types of Google ads. I think they have about a 3 to 4% conversion rate versus other ad types that are usually at about 0.2 or 0.8%. So by far, the best chance that you're going to have of getting a lead is going to be going for your normal search ads. Now, if you're an e-commerce owner and you have a small portfolio of products, you're probably better off going for a standard shopping ads, like the shopping ads that I shown you. But if you have a large collection of products, then you want to be using a Performance Max campaign, because that's going to manage your product portfolio far more effectively than you can by yourself. Now, let's get into affiliate marketing. And this is kind of where it gets weird, because if you have a low ticket affiliate marketing product, I'm going to tell you to use YouTube ads. Now, some of you might be saying, Devin, you just said that search ads have some of the highest conversion rates. Yes, but search ads also have some of the highest click costs. And you don't want to be paying $20 for a click on an affiliate marketing product where you only get a $10 commission. Make sense? And remember, not every single click is actually going to lead to a sale of that affiliate product. So you're probably going to end up paying more like $100 just to get that client to sign up for your affiliate products. So if you are specializing in very low margin affiliate products, then I highly recommend you use YouTube ads, because you're going to get clicks far cheaper and you're going to reach a lot more people. However, if you're selling something big, like a massive course that's $10,000 and you get like a $3,000 commission, then obviously you can still use search ads, because you're still going to be able to get that conversion and still stay profitable. Last but not least, I need to talk about when to use a different type of ad. So if you are doing anything B2B and you need to speak to decision makers, I highly recommend LinkedIn ads. Look, I know this is a Google Ads channel, but I think LinkedIn ads are far better for you to find the key decision makers in a business. If you're selling something that complicated and that niche, rather go for LinkedIn ads. I'm not gonna blow bubbles up your backside and tell you that this is gonna be the best solution. Google Ads is for everything. Sometimes a different ad type is just gonna work for you. But like I said, everything is here. All you need to do is just take a screenshot and you will have it forever, and you'll understand what to do and what ad to use. So when I was starting out with Google Ads 7 years ago, I was a nervous wreck, because I honestly didn't know if I was doing the right thing or the wrong things when I was setting up my ads. I would click on settings, click on buttons, and I would be scared, and I'd think to myself, oh my gosh, did you just cost yourself $100 by picking the wrong setting in Google Ads? So we don't want that to happen to you. And that is why I created my Google Ads setup cheat sheet. Now, in my Google Ads setup cheat sheet, you're going to get every single setting that I'm using in my business right now to generate leads for myself and to get high quality leads from Google Ads. What you're also going to get is a step-by-step guide. So I'm going to tell you exactly which settings to choose and why you should choose them as well. There's also going to be a couple of explainer videos in there that just explain a couple of advanced concepts. So I think it's really good for you. And I wouldn't be telling you about this if I didn't wholeheartedly believe that it could save you the time, effort, and anxiety that I wasted trying to figure all this out. So check it out at the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. And what I want you to do is check out this video if you want to see the different results that you can expect for $10, $100, and $1,000 per day on Google Ads. I will see you on the next one. Peace.